unorthodox ways of getting into the Omoplata. We're just going to look from a stack pass and try to manufacture Carl giving me the entrance into an Omoplata. So, don't worry too much about the details on the stack pass. We're going to be hitting guard passing on the new mesocycle, so we'll be going into a wee bit more detail on it. But let's just say from cards in a supine position, I'm going to create space with my right hand so he can step into like a headquarters type position. Using this hip and lever, hand on the hip, on the inside of the knee. I run laterally to cut an angle to work my knee slice pass. But again, Carl's savvy and he's making frames. He's occupying this space that I want to try and fill. So from there, I'm going to kind of back out a little bit. My right hand's going to come under and find the collar. And then I'll kind of move into like a stack pass orientation, whereby I want to make Carl eat his knee. So from there, as I project the weight forward, my left hand will be grabbing the back of his pants, and I fill that space with my knee. Yeah. From there, I was just passing. From there, I would just smear. Side control. But say I'm here, I'm putting a lot of pressure on the car. A lot of the time when we hit the stack pass, see what he's doing with his left hand. He's made a wedge here. So I'm going to let go of the collar, find the sleeve, and take it and pass it from my left hand to my right hand. And now from there, I just turn the corner, and I'm into the Omoplata mount again. And it's the same stuff we've been playing, okay? I just control that elbow, roll over my shoulder, so the whole stuff will be there, okay? If you think about, just stand up, bro. I'm actually putting a lasso on him there. So if you think about, if I was playing the game here, and to put a lasso in, I would have my leg on the outside, threading it through, so my hand already has it. I'm doing the same thing from the stack pass position, but instead of threading my leg through, because I don't have the dexterity to do it from standing, I have to do a grip switch, so it is a wee bit more complicated. So from cards in a supine position, I create a little bit of space. I step into the headquarters type position where I have one of his legs between my legs. Control the hip and lever. Run an angle sideways. Start to come through with a cut cross. Cards framing. And from there, take the path of least resistance. We're going to start to back out a little bit. This hand is going to come under, and I start to find the collar. I like to put my hip on their hip. So my right hip's going on Carl's left hip. As I start to make him eat his knee, my left hand's pushing on the knee, and then from there I'll switch it to the back of the pants, and I start to really, that's why it's called a stack pass, make him uncomfortable. Then I can replace my left hand with my left knee, which frees up this hand to get the Omoplata grip. So always make them feel uncomfortable so they're not thinking about Omoplata. Okay, and now from there, when I feel that wedge in my hip, and good players are going to do this to try and frame and stay like a ball, my right hand finds the sleeve, and I just pass it underneath my leg. Now because my left hand's free, because I replaced it with my knee, I just make that grip. The second I make that grip, I'm just turning the face card, and I just stuff that into my hip, and then we're into the whole game from there. Okay. From that position, my left hand finds the elbow, and then I just roll over my right shoulder, and I can put the car on the mat and start to work. Again. So from here, run laterally. Okay. Car's framing. So now I back out a little bit and start to come underneath and find that collar. And as I come around this way to pass, I'm putting my hip on Carl's, pushing this knee to the mat, making him eat his knee. Then I replace the grip on the back of the knee to the back of the pants, and I really start to put pressure on him. I replace that with my knee, and then from there, when I feel that hand on my hip, I just let go of the collar and find the sleeve, pass it, and now I just turn the face. So I stuff that into my hip. I can also control this and back step into my Omoplata again. More time on that. For those that haven't covered the stack pass before, don't worry too much about it. We'll be going into it in a wee bit more detail between now and Christmas. So break the space, hip and lever, charge framing, back out, find the collar, start to work the stack pass. Once I get to there, my knee has replaced my hand. So now when he's pressing with this hand, I just find this passive, my left hand's free. The minute I get this and I have him uncomfortable, I just turn to face his legs and stuff this into my hip. And then from that position, I can work